Right there, lady. Don't take another step or we'll blow your fucking head off. You're big, and I don't have any big friends. You better just go out the way you came in. You don't want to go there. That's where the monsters are. We got pretty good at keeping them out. Probably better than you could do. The big ones. You know, the ones that sort of look like people, except they're all wrong. Yeah, I do. But it's through Little Lamplight, and you're not getting into Little Lamplight. Guess you better find some other way, Mungo. Hell no! No Mungos allowed! Oh yeah? You must like having such a good-looking butt. You're alright for a Mungo. You know that? Why don't you come in? I think we can trust you.
Happy birthday, Sticky. Sorry I missed your party.
Yeah, me too. Sorry.
There's nothing happy about it. This is the worst day of my life.
It's time to go.
You know the rules.
The rules are stupid.
You're a Mungo now. You gotta leave.
Watch it.
Maybe I can stay just a little longer?
Bye, Sticky.
Yeah. Bye, Sticky.
Don't
So,
just
bro,
stand there.
Any luck
Get out of
training
here
today?
already.
Nah. Zip kept asking if I had any Nuka-Cola hidden anywhere. So I told him I kept a six-pack hidden.
Wow, what luck! I'm Sticky. Forget these little kids. I'll take you to Big Town where the Mungos, I mean where the grown-ups live. I'm headed there now. Why would you want to visit a bunch of snot-nosed children? Wouldn't you rather go to Big Town? Of course you would. Come on, let's go. I can show you the way. I'm not a baby. I'm a grown-up. That's why I'm going to Big Town, because I'm not a little kid anymore. So you see, I don't need you. Good luck with those kids. You're gonna need it. Why won't you just take me to Big Town?
Near Magic Rock. He'll be busy for weeks, see? Wow, you're big. I mean, bigger than most people down here. I mean, bigger than most people down here that we don't shoot for being down here. So how'd you get down here without getting shot? Am I supposed to shoot you? Because you know, I'd rather not. But if I'm supposed to, then okay. That's good. They don't like me having my gun in town, so I gotta turn it in first. So if I had to shoot you, you'd have to wait a bit. My name's Zip. I don't think that's short for anything. Because I don't know what it'd be short for. Zippy, Zipperick, Ziptholomoo. So yeah, it's good to meet you, big kid. Maybe you've got big stuff on top of you. Do you have any Nuka-Cola, maybe? Yes? Please? Why Zip? Or why do I have a nickname at all? I mean, why don't people just call me Ricky, or Yancey, or Eustace P. Vanderbagger III? I mean, they say it's because I'm so fast, but that doesn't make sense because I don't think I'm all that fast. It's just that they're all slow. I guess it's just one of those mysteries that'll never really get answered. Sort of like how people made bubbles and Nuka-Cola. Say, got any cola? Yeah, more Nuka's always good. It's definitely always gooder than less. Because no Nuka's no good at all. Got any Nuka for me? I'll trade you whatever I got for more Nuka-Cola. Anytime. Nuka for Zip. Nuka for Zip. Well, I didn't want to trade it, but I got the stim pack Lucy said I'm supposed to carry with me. Is it worth a Nuka? Thanks. Nuka for me. Okay. See you next time, miss.
That's hysterical. The Zip was running around, checking every rock he found all day.
You better believe it, sis. Later.
Okay, bye.
Look, I don't just let any bitch into my town, and I'm taking a risk making an exception for you. So you're welcome in my town, at least until you start screwing up. Once that bullshit starts, you're out on your own again. Good. Better stay that way, Mungo. Organized? Have you walked around this place? It's pure anarchy, and I wouldn't have it any other fucking way. We can't all stay here forever, so we've all got to leave eventually. And there's not much to look forward to out there. So we have a good time while we're here, and the occasional ruthless little bastard like me make sure it doesn't fall apart for the other kids. People change when they grow up, and we don't trust mungos living down here. So we leave for a place called Big Town before we get too old. Kids who grow up fighting and surviving in Lamplight are better trained for the world out there than idiots who are pampered by grown-ups outside. It's not that complex. Any kid can say they want to be mayor here. It's just that most don't want to bother with the responsibility of leading. Most of the time, they last until the kids get tired of them. Then they get kicked out on their ass by the new mayor. One only lasted 5 minutes. Of course, I've kept this place going strong for 3 years. To most kids, that makes me mayor for fucking life. Fine by me, I say. About time. What do I look like, your tour guide? I'm McCready. I run Little Lamplight because they made me the mayor, and I don't like strangers or mungos. Yeah, sure, whatever.
New in town, huh? Well, if McCready let you in, that's a good sign. I'm Knock Knock, and I take care of keeping the peace down here. Or at least the morale. So who are you? You going to cause any trouble? Always good to hear, but not even any fun trouble? Even a little? See, I collect a lot of stories, and sometimes trade them to keep the others amused. A bit of fun trouble is always good for morale. Morale's better than less al, see? Well, technically, I'm patrolling and keeping the peace. Mostly, that involves making sure people are happy and not getting into trouble. You can't very well keep the peace if you've already lost it, see? So, bam! Jokes. Want to hear one? Prepare to be amused. Knock knock. Noah. Hey, that's good. I was just gonna say Noah, a place where I can get some food. Gee, thanks. I have to admit most of them aren't really funny. At least not ha-ha funny. They're more like a tradition. Most of them were passed down from this book we found down back, called Vault Boy's Big Book of Laughs for Kids. They're not really funny, but something about hearing them is a little comforting, you know? Oh, we've got lots of funny incidents. Like when Sammy shot the raider who thought he was a girl. That sort of stuff. But we don't really get a lot of news stories from outside. The scav teams spend all their time hidden, so they don't get much news, see? I'd sure like to hear more tales from the great big outdoors myself. Actually, if you hear any, feel free to tell me. Oh, really? Tell me about it. So you're like a three-legged dog then? Looking for your lost paw? Anyway, what happened next? Wow, that's some crazy bad timing. I mean, that is to say, I'm really sorry to hear about your loss. So what happens next? That makes sense, I suppose. A good story can take a while to put together, you know. We don't go there. It's bad back there. Ask Mayor if you really want to know. Later.
New in town, huh? If McCready let you in, that's good enough for me. Well, enough with formalities. Who are you? And how'd you get McCready to let you in here? In that case, I'm Knick Knack, and I take care of the general store around here. Which is to say, I collect a lot of stuff, and sometimes trade it for other stuff. That's pretty much a store, see? Well, my name was Nick, and I collect knickknacks. Not everything has to be real complex, see? Alright, bye.
Whoa! You're big! You must be the biggest kid here! I'm the littlest kid. My real name's Betty, but mostly I get called Bumble. What are you called, big kid? It's nice to meet you, too. Did you come from the vault? I heard there's monsters down there. Eclair told me once, one of them, they got him and bit him right in the face, and that's why he's only got one eye. But you don't look like a monster, and I don't think you'd bite anyone in the face. You look like a nice vault dweller. It's just a name, okay? Not my fault I knocked stuff over. Lucy says I still got a lot of growing to do. I don't know. I still get lost sometimes. Things are really big. Bye-bye, vault dweller. You're new, and you're too big to be a resident. Who are you? Well, it's good that you're safe in here now. The waste can be dangerous, although you look like you've done all right out there. I'm Lucy, and I'm the closest thing we've got to a doctor around here. If you get yourself into trouble, see if you can drag yourself back here. There's always one big sister or another who knows her way around a compress and a sewing needle, so we take care of most of the little scrapes. And way back when, someone figured out that some of the plants and fungus around here absorb radiation. The little ones don't like to eat their veggies, but they don't like to be sick either, so we get by. It is, especially for dealing with the low-level radiation we all get from the water. The fungus just soaks it right up. But it doesn't help the rickets that keep hitting the younger lamplighters. Believe it or not, I can make a treatment for that from extract of buffout. Actually, if you can talk McCready into it, I'd be glad to trade some fungus for buffout, but he'd have to say it was okay. Well, we all know the basics. Combat first aid, you know? But I've got the most experience at the tough stuff. Bumble's been learning the most about the more complex parts of cutting and sewing. People tease her, but she's got a steady hand. Of course, now she just needs to learn what you do and don't cut. Well, until you come asking for a bandage at least. Well, where to? You can only get there through Murder Pass, and we keep guards there to keep the little kids out. But if you want to have a look, it's north of the souvenir shop. Okay. Thanks. Hopefully, it'll just be skinned knees and bloody noses today.
My name is Carrie Delaney. I teach 4th grade at the Early Dawn Elementary School in Washington, D.C. Yesterday, October 23rd, 2077, half the school went on a field trip to Lamplight Caverns. We were packing up to leave when everything went crazy. The cave started shaking, the lights went out, the kids started screaming. My God! Mr. Pollock went outside to see what was going on. When he came back in, he told us what he saw. Clouds. Mushroom clouds. It's finally happened. The end of the world. We're all okay. If you can call being stuck in a cave with 82 terrified kids okay. Alive, anyway. I don't know what the hell we're going to do. It's been 4 days. Claudia went out this morning to look around and never came back. Then Mr. Cobb went out to look for her, and he never came back. So now there's only me, 2 other teachers, 2 of the parents who were chaperoning, and a few of the cavern staff. And all these poor kids. We've got enough food and water to last for a while, I guess. But after that, I just don't know. We can't stay in here forever. Can we?
Great. RJ let in another pair of choppers to eat up all our food. Well, as long as you don't give me any crap about how I prepare your grub, I guess you'll be okay. So tell me, what do you think of cave fungus and watery mushroom sauce?
I'm President John Henry.
Okay, either you're a dirty liar or you're some sort of freak. Either way, you should fit in just fine around here. Folks call me a Claire, and I'm in charge of keeping this place fed. You need a meal? You come ask me. There's not much to go around, and it all tastes bad. But it'll keep you alive, and that's good enough. Well, I didn't get the nickname for being fat and full of cream, if that's what you're asking. Back when I was on the scav team, I found some pages from an old cookbook. Sometimes I try them out. Just for the record, don't try making an eclair out of cave fungus. The taste sticks with you, and not in a good way. Honestly, when we can't scavenge some from outside, we mostly scrape it off the walls and skim it off the water. No, really. Most of our food comes from fungus that grows in these caves. It's not so bad when you get used to it, and we don't have much choice. At least it's filling, so we don't have to eat much of it. But man, oh man, it tastes terrible. It's pretty hard to find, and I hear it doesn't grow in other caves. I don't know why it's here, but without it, we'd be goners. Think fungus just grows on trees? No, it grows in caves. Ugh. Knock Knock came up with that one once, and now it's stuck in my head forever. Doesn't take any work to get it to grow down here. All I have to do is collect and prepare it. Mostly, I try to get the stink off it. They say the fungus grows in the pools where the first Lamplighters dumped the mungos. That's about the most they ever helped us. I don't know how true that is, but I know sometimes the scav team comes back with this strange meat. It tastes terrible, but the fungus loves it. I don't know where they find that meat, but if you could bring some back, I'd be glad to trade fungus for it. Of course, McCready'd have to okay it. Sure. Bon appetit.
If only for an afternoon. Now, ask yourself this. What if the Capitol Congressman could live again? What if they could compete with baseball teams from Pennsylvania or Maryland? Put your faith in John Henry Eden, great America.
Let me know if you need anything else.
Will live again.
About time, man. This mold isn't getting any tastier.
All will live again. This country will live again. For now, my America, we must part. Restoring the greatest country.
Why? Anything you'd like to get off your hands? Sure thing, pal. Special deals for us kids. Come back later. Never know when I'll get another big find. Come on back when you got more stuff to trade. I don't think you should mess with that.
Okay, so you get in, but I got my eye on you. You don't make any trouble in here, got it? I ain't having no shit butts making trouble. Good. Better stay that way, Mungo. Yeah, I'll bet you've heard all about the fungus in my cavern. But yeah, the cave fungus, sure. It's good for food and medicine, and it's the main fucking reason we've stayed alive down here. So, you want a slice of that gray-green gold, huh? I think maybe we could come to an arrangement. What are you offering? Well, it'd lighten the load for our scav team a lot. Since you're pretty much one of us, here's the deal. For every piece of strange meat or buff out you bring in, you'll be repaid with 1 cube of fungus. You couldn't ask for a better deal. Talk with Eclair for the strange meat, or to Lucy about the buff out. They've got uses for them. Yeah, that's nice. Scram.